Prepare yourself for invasion. This is Indie Invasion.
Happy almost New Year.
Happy almost New Year. What's up, guys? What's up? We got somebody already in here.
Matt. It's Matt.
What's up, Matt? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all you guys out there.
Almost New Year.
Almost New Year. We actually were so excited about this when we scheduled this. We scheduled it like, what, an hour earlier? Kind of our normal time. And I got to thinking about it today. I'm like, that might be a little bit too long of a broadcast.
Maybe a little bit.
So we pulled back a little bit on it. For you guys.
So just 2 hours. Just 2 hours. So what do you got on the desk, man, that you're going to work on?
You're hot to know what I got down there, aren't you?
Yeah, man. I know. I see that the Weapon X that Ron sent to you.
So I got the Weapon X ready that Ron sent.
Yeah. What else you got there?
So I pulled
with
out
your Beetlejuice sweater on.
Yeah. Some retro ray gun. I had these guys sitting around for a while. I'm like, you know what?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Slap some primer on them. The little aliens that you can use for the different scenarios.
Yeah. That one plant one would be pretty easy with some speed paints.
Yeah. You know what? And there's this is the only one I have. There's some like little ones they call sprouts or something. I wish I had. But yeah, I was thinking maybe speed paint. I don't know. I didn't bring any of my speed paint up with me, so I might be doing just traditional.
Gotcha. I didn't remember you getting him.
But this guy, this Wolverine, I ended up just putting him on this base. It's an old Wild West Exodus base I built and just never used, so I can paint them. I kind of like them on the base.
Yeah, I do too.
So I might end up, having it like next to the little tank.
Yeah.
What else than we did? Like I said, I didn't build as much as I wanted to. I got some of those Don't Look Back Northwood Killers done.
Yep.
So I got a couple of them done. I got like 3 of them. The other ones that I was working on are sitting here, like this big beastie. But as I put them together, I noticed he's got some big gaps in his arm, so I'm going to fill them, I think, more.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to rush them through. And then this terrifying one that I didn't quite get her finished.
Oh, yeah. The upside down inverted
head and
crazy.
Creepy. So here, you guys can see a picture of her right there.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff of nightmares. Yeah. Thanks, Matt, if you're right there.
Oh, right. I know. Right? Yeah, go ahead. Nice going, Matt. Mess with our brains. Yeah. She's great. He said she's great. She is. We
got Robotech. You got some robots?
I got some robots, but Carnivale has a similar miniature to that I have. But he's in a ripped open straight jacket, so he's got the little flappy arms and he's all upside down and his head's not twisted around.
I debated about, instead of putting those guys together, maybe I should have put together some of the other things I got with the backroom thing that were basically one piece. It would have been easier.
Yeah.
Like I have some patients, some insane asylum patients that I think were one piece. Thinking maybe I should have built those, but I was complaining earlier to Mac before we jumped on. My old eyes were getting the best of me today, and my old hands trying to glue pieces together, and I was getting so frustrated.
Yeah, I know how that goes. Yeah, I got a bunch of BattleTech stuff here on the desk. Matt says the insane patients make me so happy. I think I want to pick those up just for my insane asylum that I have for Twisted.
Yeah,
the 9 buildings. The big giant thing I have.
He's saying how great she is. Terrifying, Matt.
Yeah, that's what he meant. Great, terrifying, same thing, same.
So who else we got in here? We got Jeffrey. It's the first time I've seen Jeffrey
Yeah,
Boyle here.
Welcome, Jeffrey. Welcome. We're just hanging out doing what gaming nerds do on New Year's Eve. Instead of sitting around, going out, getting drunk, shooting off fireworks, we're licking paintbrushes.
Or if you're by me shooting guns up in the air till, they come back down and hit you in the head.
Yeah, well, yeah, terminal velocity. It's okay if it hits you in the head. It's just going to hurt a little bit.
That's the next town, so I'm good. But
okay,
we've done this, it's got to be 5 years now, right? Because we did this before the podcast.
Yeah, well, maybe four. Maybe four. Yeah, maybe 4. I mean, this maybe be the 4th year that we've done it. So kind of a tradition where we just work on stuff, and actually we generally get quite a bit of stuff done too. So so that's what we're going to do. We're going to hang out, we're going to chat, and if you guys have anything, if you're working on anything, throw some pictures up on the Facebook stream, and let's see what you're working on. If you're working on something, throw it in there. If you got questions or you want to talk about some games, let us know. I know since Matt's here, they just did the live playthrough for Breacher. Well, look, Matt said it's been a really long time since he's been able to watch. We're glad
you're here, Matt. I know.
Yeah, we're glad you made it too.
Yeah, you've been busy, so we get that.
Yeah, because that's why I was saying the playthrough for Breacher was just on the Black Site YouTube channel. So if you haven't seen that, we actually knew about that a while back. Sworn to secrecy kind of thing when we talked to Matt way back a while. So I'm sure it wasn't some big secret, but I'm pretending like it was, like I'm important.
Did it make you feel special?
So, make me feel special, like I knew something. But so yeah, I was kind of excited to see that. Don't mind the little people walking around in the back. This one right here is Watto. That one right there is Little Mac.
yeah, I like to.
He's kind of trying to hide, and he's kind of not trying to hide. He's going to get chips. So
yeah, it's hard when you're in bright red PJs. And
he's not even in his PJs yet.
Okay.
He's famous. You want to come say hi?
Hi.
Hi.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Mimi are famous.
You and Mimi are famous? Okay.
Likes.
From likes, yes. He's very excited because I posted the picture of me and him and my daughter playing BattleTech, and it's got like 1,500 likes on it, and only because there's 2 cute kids. It didn't have anything to do. I didn't make sure I wasn't in the picture so that it would get likes.
You want to break no cameras?
Yeah, I didn't want to break anybody's internet or anything. So all right, go watch your movie, dude. Hey, thanks. Oh, thank you. You're treating me too. What? Oh yeah, dude, you're being broadcast to the whole world.
Oh man. That's funny.
He's usually in bed by the time we're doing this, but
yeah, it's New Year's Eve, right?
It is, and I'm going to regret it tomorrow when he's insane. So
now we've had some people jump on with us too a couple times.
Yep.
Like I think Ron's jumped on. I was hoping he shows up tonight so I can thank him. We can see that. So I think has jumped on, but it's like the future for him. So
yeah, he's like, too late, guys. It's already 2024.
He's probably in the hangover mode right now. So.
He might be. Well, I'm going to start painting, and if anybody wants to, chat or what have you, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we'll try to keep an eye on the chit-chat column there, and we can throw them up when you guys comment. So yeah, go ahead, and there goes Mac. What'd you say you were working on tonight? We can't hear you, Mac.
Hold on. All right, I'm gonna switch the switcheroo.
Yeah, we couldn't hear you at all.
I'm gonna do some magic here.
Magic.
Get out of here! What's wrong with you, weirdo? Go watch your movie.
Can you show my BattleTech?
I'm gonna show your BattleTech, but I got to get my camera. Oh, you want to see me show your BattleTech? Okay. So
you don't want to watch the playthrough. He wants it live.
Yeah. Okay. So he wants me to show you. He's working on his mechs. So let me get him here, and I'll show everybody.
All right, I'll throw this up. Pops is saying Happy New Year.
Hey, there he is. Okay, so we got.
He's
working on his battle mechs here.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, he's using some speed paints. He went with a brown. He's got a little touch up to do. The next thing he's going to do is the canopies. He's got to do
there. That's the advantage of the speed paints is that he can really get a lot accomplished, and it looks great. It looks so good.
Yep. And then so he's got a little touch up. He got a little black on the leg there, but he's going to touch that up. That's the nice thing about, man, get out of here. the nice thing about the speed paints is, you slap a little splotch of white on there, and then you can put the speed paint back over. These are the ones my daughter's working on. These are old when Catalyst first picked them up, and she's playing around with the speed paints too. So she didn't get as far because she was having to wait for them to dry. But
almost Happy New Year, Anthony. Thanks for joining in.
Yep. So there you go. That's what they've been working on.
Okay.
And they are currently watching Penguins. So, and I have all these guys. I just
you started those the other day, right?
Yeah, these ones right here I just started the other day. I'm waiting for some paint to dry on the base.
Oh my gosh, you got so much done from when starting those. They look good.
Yeah, I got all 8 of them done. So I got 2 lances done. I'm getting ready to do their bases, but I got a bunch more over here. I've got
now, not being a base guy, what are you doing with the bases?
I'm just doing pretty simple. So for some of my clan mechs, I did snow. I just bought some AK interactive snow, and slapped it on there, and then just some green flock, and I'm doing a little. Yeah, I'm doing a little. I'll use a couple different colors of flock just to get a little bit of variety in there. And hey, Mr. Matt said, great job, that they look good. He's the guy that wrote the Don't Look Back game and Violent Dark. He said your mechs look good. Go back to sleep. He said thank you, Matt.
So what are those big chunky boys?
So this is my clan. This guy right here. These are my clan mechs.
Okay.
So I've got 2 stars of clan mechs, but first I got to figure out the color scheme.
I was gonna say, do you got a color scheme picked out yet?
Well,
that's always the hardest part.
It is. I've done 2 different clans so far. So I've started painting, for those who know anything about BattleTech. I've started painting. I've got some Ghost Bears and Jade Falcon, and so I'm not sure if I'm going to do these 2 stars in one of those 2 or do another clan. I haven't decided yet. So we'll see. This is where we're going to begin that process right now.
Okay. Well, I got you on big screen because I'm moving stuff around right now.
Oh, look at you, man. You always put all the pressure on me, bro.
Oh,
and then my daughter helped me do these today. So we had a really good game last night. Me and Little Mac played against 2 of my buddies, and we won, and we destroyed both of their mechs. So when I bought the HeroScape terrain, it came with these. I guess they were tokens for the game that are the hex size. So I made little wreckage markers. My daughter and I just cut up a bunch of sprues and bits.
Oh, okay, those are cool.
Stuff and glued them on. She helped me cut everything up and glue them on. As everyone that's familiar with our channel knows, I'm quick to put my children in slave labor for hobbying. There's a couple videos out there of them helping me where they're rolling rocks on foam to get texture. And then another one from way back when I was making my first grass mat where I've got them helping me brush them out. Oh, Mac wanted me to show everybody. These are the 2 mechs that we destroyed. A king crab and a mad cat. He was very pleased with himself, so he was running an Atlas and I had 3 small mechs, so he was taking all the hits. I was just harassing them.
What damage? 2 damage.
He's picking on me because I had machine guns and I was just plinking away at their armor. All right, so let's see. So I picked up this new speed paint. I picked up a couple of the 2.0 speed paints.
Okay.
I got the Slaughter Red, which I haven't tried yet. Absolution Green, which, man, they should have just went straight up and just called it Dark Angels Green, because it is straight up Dark Angels Green. Okay, I mean, there's no beating around the bush. Matt said the old surf and turf killer combo. There you go. And then I got this one. I wasn't looking for this, but where is it? There it is. But I saw it sitting on the rack. I didn't even realize that they had these, but it's an Aztec Gold speed paint. And I didn't really feel like it was as much a speed paint as the other ones. It more seemed like a really thin but high pigment count gold, because it flowed. It flowed like speed paint, but it didn't give the detail and stuff. Like I put a Seraphim Sepia wash over it to make it pop a little bit, but it looked great. I really liked it. I liked it a lot. Oh, see, now if I'd have had any sense, I'd have figured out what colors I was going to use before we got on here.
I'm always bad with that too.
Instead of sitting here looking at my paints while we're bringing in the new year, staring at paints, going, huh? That would probably look good. Well, that one might look good too. Maybe that one. I don't know. When I was up at the game store the other day, I was so tempted. They have that mega speed paint set.
Oh boy, yeah.
Man, that thing looks nice. I haven't found one of the speed paints I don't like. I just picked up the white, and I was like, okay, how do you do a white speed paint? It's really more of like a light gray, but I liked it. I liked it.
Oh yeah,
I like.
That's what they say when you paint white. You actually use a light gray.
Yeah, I really liked the effect though. Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these clanners. So I got some.
All right, I think I am gonna start with the Bubs.
The Bubs,
because I got to thank Ron once again for this guy.
Yeah, hopefully he'll pop on. I want to thank him for my Green Lantern too. So for those who weren't with us Thursday night, our buddy Ron, who actually he's always got the best story for how he joins us. If he's doing something, his wife comes in. She's like, "Hey, the guys are going live. You should probably."
We need to just contact his wife and say, "Tell Ron we're on."
Anyway, Ron printed. Then you can highlight with a true white. I didn't even think of that, Matt. But you know what? I haven't thought of any like real serious detail on these guys because I've just been using the speed paint to get them on the table, so that we have an assortment to choose from. Because I'm trying to suck some of my buddies into BattleTech.
Mm-hmm. That's how he does it.
That is how I do it.
Just like
there is no one that watches this channel that is in doubt about that.
Pusher man.
Hey man, you got to do what you got to do, buddy. I got to hit this guy's leg with some white because we were looking at some colors last night on that guy to see what he wanted to do. So I got to redo some white on his leg. So that I can speed paint.
Ooh. I got one of my big old lights right here in front of me, and I actually tipped it towards me because I didn't have enough light, and I feel like I got a spotlight on me now. But
that's good. Well, and you're also, up in the Chicago area, so it'll keep you warm.
Yeah, and I'm in this little tiny room today.
I actually, Fernando called me today. For New Year's, which is also his birthday. So they didn't let him call from boot camp because it's his birthday, but just happened to be.
Yeah.
But the kids have teased him. They've even written him letters where they've teased him. They've been like, ha, it's so cold up there. Well, he got him back today. For those of you that don't know, one of my boys is up in Navy boot camp up in the Great Lakes in Illinois, 15 minutes from Eric, actually.
Me.
And the kids have been teasing him about the temperature up there because we live at the beach, And so today when he was on the phone, he was like, well, it's snowing here today. They were like, no, that's not fair, because they're kids. They want snow. So he got them back a little bit today.
That's funny. They want the snow until they have to shovel it.
Yeah, well, they'd be okay with it for a little bit. They'd shovel some, but it gets old.
Yeah, it's different when you're a kid, too.
It is. It's way different.
I loved it as a kid, and now I can't stand it. Of course, I work outside, so.
I've already told you how to fix that. You just refuse to do it. Because do you know how many times I've shoveled snow down here in Beaufort? I bet you could guess and probably get it right.
Yeah.
Because the 3 times it snowed, shoveling the sidewalk consisted of me just dragging my foot down the sidewalk.
As I say, you probably scraped your windows. That's about it, right?
Oh, no, we don't even have to do that.
Oh, my God. Oh, wow.
No, we don't even do that.
I send you a scraper just to have one.
Okay. I mean, I'll take a scraper. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. But, I'll take one.
You can scrape the dirt off your window. I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't have any on my window anyways because I have a garage, so. Because I don't want my Jeep to get cold at night.
Mine gets cold every night.
I thought your Jeep was. Oh no, your Mustang's in the garage.
Mustang's in the garage.
Yeah, I can't believe you treat your Jeep like that, man.
Mustang's my first baby girl. The Jeep's a Jeep. It's supposed to be outside.
That is true. The Jeep is the Jeep. That's where it's supposed to be.
I mean, I don't even think I've ever washed that thing.
Matt said shoveling snow doesn't kill your back as a kid.
Oh, that's true. That is very true. I don't know how many times I've probably messed up my back doing that.
Well, once again, there's a solution for that.
You get those wet snows. Oof.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
A couple of years ago was so bad they actually had to shut down the area, the county. Yeah.
Yeah, we do that too. So, like, if 6 snowflakes hit the ground, everything closes.
Oh, man.
And if it sticks, oh, my goodness. Oh, it's game over, man. We're closed for a week.
That's just because people don't know how to drive in it, pretty much.
Well, mostly it is, yeah. That's very true. Matt says his Challenger gets to live in the garage.
That's right. He's got a Challenger. I forgot. That's right.
My Jeep lives in the garage, but I wouldn't say it's really babied because once it warms up just a little bit outside, and I do mean a little bit, the doors come off and they stay off.
Is it basically suns out, guns out?
Yeah, the doors come off and they stay off. My kids, they're anxious for me to take the doors off when it starts warming up, but I take the doors off before it's warm enough for them.
Yeah, my dad used to do that. If he's on here, I'm going to talk about him. He used to do that. He used to like taking the doors off and stuff, and not so much the hardtop because he had the old school hardtop. It was all one piece and it was heavy as heck. So he would just take the doors off, and we'd be all freezing, and he'd have the heat blasting. Just get a little bit of warmth, but
you get a lot in the front seat.
Yeah, he was fine in the front seat. Us in the back, we were freezing.
And I got butt warmers too, so I fire up the heater and turn the butt warmers on.
I have those, but I don't think they've ever worked right.
No,
and I never bothered to get them fixed. And now it's too late. I own this sucker.
Well, I mean, you actually need them. I don't really need them.
It was nice. I had leather seats, so it was nice to take that chill off the seats when you get in the morning.
Yeah, mine has leather seats too. Well, actually, my wife's does too. My kids are always like, "How come there's no butt warmers in the back?" I'm like, I don't know, because I don't care. Maybe, I don't know. No, they love it when the doors are off. In fact, usually when it starts getting a little chilly, I'll take the front doors off and leave the back doors on.
Well, that's why you get the 4-door.
Yeah, so that they don't get so cold. Well, they'll walk outside and they'll be like, why are my doors still on? I'm like, well, it's kind of cold outside. Well, I want my doors off too. So that's typically what they do. I'm like, okay, but you're going to complain. No, we won't. No, we won't. 100 yards down the road. It's cold back here, Dad.
Yep, that's how it works.
Yeah, man. All right, I'm going to try this 2.0 Slaughter Red. I'm going to try this on my Inner Sphere mix because I got some.
Slaughter Red. I'm curious to see what it looks like. If it's going to be more crimson or more.
Yeah, I don't know. So I've got the Blood Red. I've done some mechs in Bud. Matt said, my son likes to crank the seat warmer and then fart on them to make me crazy. That's awesome. You gotta cook his farts, man. That's okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So that's the Blood Red. It's not
okay, yeah, it's a little bit darker, yeah.
It's not real dark it's a lot darker in that image as I'm looking at it, but it's not really that dark. I don't think I'll get the light to show. But so I want to see this Slaughter Red looks a lot darker.
Maybe it's got a little bit of a purplish tint to it.
Yeah, it's pretty dark. It's like I would say it's similar to like the Blood for the Blood God technical paint. You know, it's actually kind of thick. So I think I'm gonna slap it on this Warhammer here and see what happens. I would say it's got a little bit more of a pink to it than a purple, or like a magenta maybe.
Okay.
But we'll see how it dries all the way, because you know, sometimes with the speed paints they'll trick you. I can't remember which one it was that I used first, but whichever one it was, I put it on and I was like, oh, this was not at all what I was expecting. And then when it dried, I was like, that looks completely different than it did wet. It might have been the hardened leather. I really liked that one.
That's a good color.
It is a really good color. So, Matt, are you working on anything, or is
just thinking that, man? You took it right out of my brain.
Yeah, and Anthony, are you working on anything? And Jeffrey, and anybody else? Is anybody else working on anything, or are you just hanging out this New Year's Eve?
Yeah, sorry we can't make it a rockin' New Year's Eve, but you know we're no Casey Kasem here.
Oh, I don't know. I think this is pretty rocking right here, man.
Remember watching that stuff growing up?
Oh yeah.
See all the new videos. Well, not videos, but he had all the live performances.
Mm-hmm.
That's because we're old.
Well, you know, that's okay.
You just got older this past month. I'm going to be older in another month.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, it happens to the best of us. But look at the fringe benefits, right? Remember when you were playing games and you were in your 20s and you couldn't afford anything?
That's true.
So now look at
whatever I want.
That's right. Now you're old and you have every miniature you could possibly want.
I do like that. I can buy whatever I want.
Exactly.
I can't even keep up with them all. I got so many.
It's like Christmas time. I don't even get anything really for Christmas. My wife and I don't really, you know, we get a little something, but you get what you want throughout the year. I mean, I got a good gift. I got a bread machine for my birthday, right? Because I wanted to make bread because my kids love bread.
You get like practical things now.
Yeah, and so she got me some containers for all of the ingredients that I use when I make bread. So I was like, oh man, that's awesome. It was perfect. So Matt's playing some Fallout 76. I'm assuming that's a video game because I am video game ignorant.
Yeah, they make a tabletop and RPG of Fallout.
I know about the tabletop because I've played it with my son a couple times, and it's not a bad game at all. The IP isn't something that like I'm in love with because I didn't play the video game. But had I been the video game player, I'm sure it would have definitely hit my radar because it is a pretty good game, and the minis are pretty good. They're not great, but they're pretty good.
Who makes the minis?
I want to say it's a Modifius game, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think it is. They must make the minis then too. Oh, wrong one. There we go. You know what? We're on the wrong sides.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Now it's right in the world for me.
All is right in the world. Now the new year can come in.
Yeah, I was just showing off a little bit of the bubs to everybody.
The bubs. Okay, he said it is the video game. All right, cool.
Yeah, we got in the late spring, me and the wife got a new video game console. Just I don't know what possessed us to get it. We got the Nintendo Switch. Just because my son had one, but he moved out. He took it with him. So we had some extra money and it was on sale. We're like, okay, let's try it and get a couple games. You know, some simple games. I got like some Luigi Mansion and downloaded some just artsy black and white looking thing where you're a wolf and a deer, and it was kind of cool looking and stuff. But I don't think we've done it much because time. We just don't have time to do that stuff. Yeah,
the thing about video games is, now, don't get me wrong, I like a good.
Sitting here doing this, but
but that's what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong, I like a good video game too. But when it comes to what I'm gonna spend my time on, my very limited amount of spare time, this is what I would rather do.
Yeah, I don't do this enough. I don't like kind of crack out some spare time to sit and just paint. And I don't know. I've been very frustrated with painting as of late. The last, I would say, 6 months or so. I don't know if I noticed I haven't been painting a lot. And it's I think some of it's just I need new glasses. I'm starting to get the shaky hand really bad. And I'm like, so I get frustrated sooner.
Yeah, I hear you.
But I do find it relaxing. I need to get that disconnect of it is what it is. I'm not gonna win no golden demons or anything anymore. Just do it for myself.
Well, that's it's not the reason that I picked up the BattleTech stuff, but really just slapping. I mean, in the past 2 weeks, I've probably painted 40 battle mechs.
Wow.
But like I said, I'm using the speed paint, and really on the vast majority of them, I use the speed paint, I paint their gun barrels, and then I paint the cockpit canopies. That's it. So that's why I'm able to do so many of them. So, and I know I can paint some fancy ones if I want to, but I just want to get them on the table. I want to get them on my cool new HeroScape terrain.
Yeah, that looks good. The pictures you put on Discord, oh my gosh, they just look so good on the table.
Which are the ones I put up there tonight?
Yeah, the ones you put up there. If you guys haven't checked them out, go check out our Discord. Mac posted up a whole big table of his stuff, and it looks great.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not really that big. So I pulled out my paper maps, and I laid it out on the table and built the map over the top of it. So it's really the size of 2 paper maps. So it's not that big.
I mean, it's more than what I've seen at some of the cons where it's just basically the map. That's it. I like that you're kind of incorporating terrain to give you different heights and.
Oh, come on, man. I can't play with just the paper.
It adds so much. I mean, I can still see the grid, pattern and whatnot, but just those little details, they are smaller details because these are big, giant mechs.
Yeah. And that makes it easy to do stuff too.
Yeah. It still brings you in that world.
All right.
So they look fantastic.
Yeah, I liked how it turned out. I really liked how it turned out. I wasn't 100% sure about it when I started down the Heroescape road.
Yeah.
But once I started flocking them, and I lost that that stark color of that really cartoonish color of the board game thing, I was like, okay, I can do something with this. This is cool.
Yeah, I threw up the link for you guys. It will be down below in the show notes too, where you can just click and go to that. And yeah, if you're not in there, feel free to join in.
Oh yeah,
post what you're working on. We love seeing what community people are working on.
Heck yeah, give me ideas.
That's kind of what it is, right?
Look, man. Todd's been giving me all kinds of BattleTech gouge, man.
Oh man, it's all about supporting each other. So one of the things I loved about this, I do love about this community is that we're all there to help each other out.
Yeah, like go into game stores and find hundreds of dollars worth of Dungeons and Dragons books.
Yeah, you need that.
Yeah, you do. You need people to do that for you.
Todd.
I figured we were talking about Todd, so I'd just keep running with it.
Hey, I only bought 4, so yeah. So I got out of the way, basically.
Todd couldn't get out of the way. He had to carry all the books.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's right. A deal's a deal, though.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think I'm going to like this Slaughter Red. I think I'll do the...
You can throw like maybe a dark wash or something on it?
I might not need it. I'll show you. I'm letting this other one dry, and I'll show it to you when he gets a little bit more dry. He's still a little bit wet, but you know how the speed paint does where it changes a little bit. And I think I really like the way that it's drying. It's a much deeper red, and the recesses are pretty dark.
That's why I brought this sucker right here with me upstairs, because I didn't know how long some of this stuff was going to take to dry. I was thinking, kind of planning ahead, thinking I might be maybe priming stuff, or might brought some of my speed paint up, but I didn't.
Were you just giving us an example of how that works?
Yeah. I've had that thing for like 40 years, I think. Still works.
I've got one too. I haven't had one for that long, but I've had oh, there, look, there's Seth right there. We are just a support group.
This is the primer I like using lately, especially with it being cold and stuff.
Yeah.
Is I just use this brush on. This is like a gray, so not quite white.
I always get torn between. I've experimented with the speed paints with some cool techniques. Some of my mechs I did in a black base coat with a heavy white, or rather ivory dry brush over the top, and then applied the speed paints, and that really brought out the all of the shadows.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time,
more work.
It is, and so I just went back to white because I was just trying to get them painted.
Yeah.
Seth, you working on anything tonight, or are you just hanging out, visiting in the new year? Seth is one of my buddies that we played BattleTech with last night. He was piloting the king crab that I showed you earlier.
Okay.
And doing a fine job. We got some quiet people out there. We got 6 people with us. So
If there's anything we've learned from this
I think a lot of people are just watching, being entertained by us. Are we entertaining?
Are we entertaining? I wasn't sure about that. I wouldn't go so far as to say that, but okay.
And again, you know what? Before we started doing this, and like even the podcast, I used to watch stuff like this, people working on stuff to get ideas and see what techniques people are using.
Oh, well, I'm definitely the wrong person for that. I am not using any
Maybe
technique.
they're watching what not to do. I don't know.
There you go. That'd be a whole lot more accurate. Like, okay, so yeah, I watched this guy Mac paint, and does he have good tips? No, just stuff you're not supposed to do.
I got visitors. You guys want
Dogs or cats?
One figure, no cats. Both dogs trying to wedge in between me and the door here.
Well, I don't see what the problem is, man.
Come on, baby. She's just standing there. She don't know what she wants to do. Yeah, that's the one thing. My son, when he moved out, he took the one cat with him, so I got no cat drinking my paint water now.
Oh. So you have no cats?
No cats now.
Oh.
Yeah, we lost the black one. It was last fall. So he's been gone about a year.
Well, I'm sure the dogs are happy to have all the attention.
Yeah, the cat used to beat him up, so.
Uh-oh, is that Mary coughing?
Yeah.
Is she sick?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah, it's been going around down here, too.
Yeah, she's fortunately been off the last couple of days, but one more day, she's got to go back to work.
Uh-oh. Well, hopefully she feels better before that comes around.
But that cough you just can't get rid of.
Man, you can't. Little Mac has been coughing so much for the past, 3 weeks probably.
It's like a tickle cough, she says. Are you coming in, or are you going to just lay in the door?
I hope you find happiness.
No, Seth, I did not mention that. I'm glad that you joined us so you could rat yourself out. So, yeah, Seth fell down very early in the game, like the first turn.
Oh, man.
Which didn't really hamper him too much. It was just sort of like, here I come to kick your guys' butts, and then you fall down. So
I am going to have to look into that game more. I was going to this past Adepticon. I just didn't because I have a couple friends that play it, and one of them, it was his first time playing it, and he ended up walking away with a bunch of cool freebie stuff that he won.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, a while back, we talked a little bit about it when we were talking about the, how deep you like your lore.
Yeah.
But, I started playing it, I want to say in 88 or 89 was the first time I played it. And I played it off and on while I was active duty. But just never really got back into it.
Yeah.
Not any particular reason that I didn't. But then when I started seeing what Catalyst Game Labs was doing with the miniatures, not that Iron Wind didn't do a great job on miniatures, but just the plastics, number one, the high quality plastics. And then of course they really buffed them out a little bit. Like your big chunky mechs are really big and chunky now. And I think they look real good. And fundamentally, the rules haven't changed since 1986. So
yeah, that's the funny thing. It's like you may have gone somewhere, but the game hasn't. It's been here all this time.
Yeah.
Just waiting for you to come back. And here you are. Yeah, when they make the game, I think Catalyst has really made the game easy to get into with their starter sets. They've done a good get into it type of model where you can buy the starter set for really, really inexpensive prices and made it available on like Amazon and all the other online places. Borders, you can go get it at Borders Books, and try it out, see if you like it. And then if you like it, well, then you can go that next level and, open it up a little bit more and see if you like that. And really dive into it then with all the chunky calculus that you you can do. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can keep playing it at that starting level if you want.
To cheat.
So I really think that's a neat idea that they did that. Play it how you want. But like you said, the lore, it's got that deep lore too. So
yeah, that's what I love about it. As a matter of fact, I picked up I used to have a bunch of Battletech novels, and just over the years, you get tired of moving them, and I lost them, loaned them, whatever. Yeah. So I picked up a couple on eBay, which everyone that knows us and this channel knows that means like 14 is what a couple means.
I was gonna say, huh?
just trying to be honest as we bring in the new year, okay?
And I just right away I think of Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah, right. We both did that, right? And just been reading a couple of them and getting into the storyline and
the characters and stuff.
Yeah. It's good stuff. And it, like I said, it's a well-developed universe. It's what I loved about 40K. What I didn't love about 40K is buying the stupid rule books all the time.
Yeah.
And like right now you can buy the original Battletech box set and use the rules out of that, and there's nominal differences from what I've seen so far and from what I remember. If Todd was on here, he could give us a better assessment of that, but fundamentally the game hasn't even changed.
Oh, here's another one from Seth.
That's what I say. I already said that. Yeah, that he fell in the water on round 1. Took a couple steps and failed a piloting check, and whoopsie, fell in the water. But he was
well. Look who just popped in.
Who was it?
Ron.
Well, look at there, Mr. Ron. We were just talking about you.
Did your wife forget to tell you that we were on? Just for a few minutes.
Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. Well, we both wanted to say thank you for our wonderful gifts. Yeah. They're fantastic.
Well, here, let me switch to this. And so I can show them off.
Yeah.
He's well underway there.
Yep, there he is. And I'm working on my Battletech stuff still, trying to get them all finished up. This is the last batch of mechs that I have. So I've got this Inner Sphere Lance and then 2 stars of Dirty Clanners. And then
Dirty Clanners.
Dirty Clanners. I said that several times last night when we were playing because we had a clan mech on the table. I was like, I'm going to shoot my LRMs. Oh, I'm inside your minimum range. Yeah, I'm a dirty clanner. I don't have a minimum range. Oh. Oh, that's Dirty Clanners. At the in-laws. Okay, well, that could be fun. I like my in-laws. I like going over to my in-laws' house, so. I hope you are enjoying your evening, sir. I just sent my children upstairs to get ready for bed. I wasn't going to let them stay up the whole night because then they're bonkers the next day.
Yeah.
But I decided I will lock them in a cage tomorrow, and I'll let them stay up tonight. Just gonna lock the front door.
Throw some scraps at them here and there, and.
Oh, yeah. So, Seth is sharing, in my opinion, my favorite part of the game. I had my Locust and my Spider chasing his King Crab around, shooting him in the back with machine guns and flamers. So the flamers were great, man. I ended up spiking his heat really well, but you know, my machine guns, they weren't really all that effective. But dang it, I was trying. And Little Mac, he was in an Atlas, so needless to say, he did the bulk of the work. Yeah, Ron, I'm gonna add these to my other Draconis Combine mechs. I've got 2 lances painted, so this will add 1 more lance of available mechs. Because, like I said, my buddy Seth is playing and trying to get some other folks to play. So, you know, if I have mechs available for people to use, makes it a little easier.
That is always the way with miniature games.
Yeah. So here's the distinction between the blood red speed paint and this new slaughter red that I just used.
Oh, wow. Here,
see,
hold on.
it's way more significantly
which
dark.
One's which now?
So the little dude is the blood red.
Okay.
And the Warhammer is the new slaughter red.
I like that new slaughter.
Yeah, I do too. The shading, the natural shading that you get out of it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, that'll be nice too. You can go back and highlight that if you want a little bit, you know.
Yeah, that's going to take too much time. That's going to take too much time. This is not about that.
Oh man.
This is about
Come on, it's dry brushing. You know dry brushing.
I do know dry. I know all the techniques that you're talking
just slap
about.
that sucker on there. Wham bam done.
I know all the techniques. I don't necessarily know them well, but I do know them.
I really like that color. That's a nice color.
It is.
You said it does look a little magenta.
Yeah, it does. It dries deeper, so that's good. That didn't sound good.
No, I just knocked Wolverine loose off of this base here I basically just glued them to this to paint them easier, and I just knocked them loose. I think this glue that I used today, Mac, I think it's no good.
That's the stuff that you were talking about?
Yeah, I think it's no good.
I've gotten that before too. Usually it's the stuff I get, like if I'm doing a lot of terrain work, I'll grab super glue from like the Dollar Tree.
Okay.
Because I don't typically do that because half the time the tube is already hard.
Yeah.
But I've had some glue from there that I guess was bad. I'm sure it can go bad with like anything else. So that might have been it. Whereas when I pay for, like, I typically use the Loctite.
Oh yeah.
Gel glue. When I use that, I don't know that I've ever gotten a bad batch of that.
Well, I more or less just needed them to stay in place when I painted all this flesh, you know.
Yeah.
So I guess it's fine, but man.
Are you going to put him back on that one or in the...
I think I will, because I kind of actually, after I did it, what else am I using that base for, you know?
Yeah.
I don't remember what I made that for.
Ron says he's been painting a ton of MCP buildings. Gone all in. Bought the Sanctum Sanctorum too. Yeah, I saw all your stuff that you got.
That's a big one there. That's a cool one, though.
Yeah, he says he puts his minis on bottle caps with double-sided foam tape to paint them.
I had some foam tape, and I can't find it anywhere.
I've never had any luck with that. I don't know if I just get the wrong stuff or if I'm doing something wrong, but I always knock them off.
Yeah, I tried poster gummy tape stuff, the stuff that you can ball up and all that.
Yep, I've tried that, and I just knock them off the base.
Yeah.
Then they end up landing in my lap and getting paint on my pants. And
so my idea here was I was just going to glue them down with super glue and then just bust it loose later. Kind of like when we were painting all those burrows and badgers, and then we would just bust them off and sand them down and put them on a clear base or something.
Yep.
Clear bases. Remember clear bases?
I still got a bunch of clear bases, man. Don't be hating on the clear bases.
I'm messing with you.
Don't be hating on the clear bases. Still a fan. Because I'll tell you why. Last night when we played BattleTech, 2 of the mechs that were on the board had snow bases. I'm like, oh, y'all just brought your own snow with you? What's up with that?
Maybe they came down from the mountains.
Well, yeah, but we had
and it didn't melt yet.
The king crab was running hot. Okay, it almost shut down. That snow would have melted. I'm just saying. I am just saying.
Man, Logan's got some long hair here as Weapon X. I don't remember him having this long a hair, but
it's not like you can just pop over to the barber shop when you're stuck in the tank like that.
Yeah, that's true. And they're poking and prodding him. This is when he got all the metal.
Lucky fella.
Yeah, I've been into Wolverine lately because I've been reading. I just finished reading they had a limited series of him versus Predator, and I liked it.
Yeah?
It was a good old just hack and slash, and going through Logan's timeline a little bit.
And how many Predators was he fighting?
It was actually the same Predator, which was interesting. So it's like when he first appears, he's supposedly a juvenile young Predator, And of course, Logan was young. And I just went through them growing up at the same pace, I guess. But
okay.
It was interesting.
Okay.
I mean, come on. Batman fought Predator. Spawn fought Predator. Archie from Archie's Comics fought Predator. It was time for Logan to do it.
Well, did Archie beat Predator?
I think so.
Okay, listen. The thing is, if Archie beat Predator, Logan should have been able to walk up to him and just slap him sometime. And that is like, okay, buddy, game over. Game over, man.
Maybe it was Jughead. I don't know.
That'd make it even worse. That'd make it even worse. Do they make clear hex bases? Seth asked. Yes, they do.
Don't they?
They do, and I have some.
Oh my gosh. What did you just open up, Seth?
They do, and I have some. The thing is I haven't tried to remove any of the BattleTech mechs from the bases, so I don't know how well they're attached. And honestly, I don't want to cut them free. I just don't want to.
Yeah, that was always a pain in the butt. I used to minimally glue them down so it was easier to do that. But then I ran the risk of what just happened here.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting into painting and they come right off.
Yeah, I've seen some of the MCP stuff you and your son have painted, Ron. I think you've already posted some of it in there, unless you guys have done like a bunch more. Actually, I know you've posted some in there. I just don't know if you've done any more since then. All right.
This is feeling awful thick.
Do some flock.
So what do you think of Wolverine's tank here? It's got broken glass. Should I do a traditional comic book color and just paint it like a light blue?
Sure.
And then I got all these little, I don't know what they are. Usually something that would be green, glowing green. Like
glowing green source. Gotta be glowing green, man. Come on.
That's what I'm thinking. Green. Green is better.
Green is always better.
Not so stereotypical then.
Green is the betterest.
I'm going to go just classic. I'm going to paint this stuff all silver, and I'll start with a dark and then do some dry brushing. Oh, actually, it's a little wet, so I kind of like that. Because then I feel like I did something.
There you go.
That's my problem. I spend too much time hemming and hawing on colors. Application. Why can't I just paint like I used to? Just slap it on.
That's what I do. I didn't always do that. But...
It's like I'm too unsure of my painting abilities anymore.
Oh, well, I have a great solution for that. I was never sure of my painting abilities. What does Seth say? That's okay. When I get my mechs in, I'm going to ruin the illusion with my bases. Okay. So you going clear bases, Seth? Is that what you're saying? You gonna do some clear bases? That'd be great. Or are you going? I want to know what you're doing. He ordered some from
Doing lava.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
They're always walking in a lava from...
That's the worst possible place for a mech to be, but bring it, man. If you do lava bases, I'm going to make you run 5 heat always. You can just start with 5 heat. I'm just kidding. I will say this, though. I'm not really sure how it happened. I mean, I like the Locust. Let's see. Ron said, well, my daughter wants my AirPods, so I guess I'm out. Okay, buddy. Have a great New Year's, man.
All right, Ron. Thanks again, Ron.
I'm not real sure how it happened. I like the Locust, little 20-ton mech for those that don't know. It's just fast. It has a machine gun. And that's almost it, usually. You know, it can be equipped with a few other things, but I've ended up with, I think I have 4.
Sounds like it's a fast and simple thing to basically field and play.
Yeah, it's a recon mech, so, you know, that's the purpose, and it's a harassing mech. But I ended up with 4 of them. Not sure. I ordered one from Etsy because as I've said before, I have a very favorite Etsy shop, which is Modest Mini Studios. He just really does a great job and gets the stuff to you fast. But he's got a bunch of BattleTech stuff. I also think that he just hovers on Kickstarter looking for someone to put the option for stuff that he can purchase and then print in his print farm. Because he's just got so much stuff, and it's all good quality. It's all cleaned up good. It's packaged well. He's got a huge variety of stuff. It's just a win-win. It's a great Etsy store. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend. So anyway, I picked some up. I picked a couple of mechs up from there. Picked up an Archer, Catapult, Locust, and a Jenner. I was just at the time trying to fill out some spots in the Lances that I wanted to run. And then I ended up picking up the Alpha Strike box, which is the one that's an amazing bang for your buck. Seth said, all different. Snow, desert, ocean, grasslands, lava. Awesome. Can't wait to see it. It's going to be epic. Gonna be epic.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the game last night, Seth. It was a fun one.
Okay, you need to lay down. You wanted in here bad. Got you in here. And now you want to go back out?
Now, Eric, how long have you owned dogs?
She's usually like glued to me.
You know, that's what they do. They're like, Dad, I want to go outside. I'd like to come back in now.
Yeah, that's what she's doing. She's being afraid of the door because the door was swinging around.
Uh-huh.
Didn't want it to hit her. Oh, she's laying down now. My Velcro.
There you go. I got my Velcro is in the seat behind me.
I was wondering. I was.
That's why you haven't seen her, because she's sleeping in the seat behind me. Well, listen, Seth said he had a blast. Great. I'm glad. When the couple of times ago when Seth was over and we were playing a game, there was a pillow in one of the chairs, and Seth and I are standing at the table playing, and my dachshund is downstairs, and I can't hold her, so she's not happy about that. So she gets up in the chair where the pillow is and climbs into the pillowcase. I was like, all right, well, you showed me. Yeah, definitely a good game last night. And it was really, really fun that little Mac was able to play.
I think it's great that he's getting into it. You know, this might be his game. Who knows?
It might be. It very well could be.
I mean, Nando was all over Wild West Exodus, and
yep. Before that, he was 40K, and he was all in on 40K. I guess that was the game he cut his teeth on.
So this might be Little Mac's entry game.
Maybe. This is gateway drug.
Gateway drug.
This is what it is, man. It's a gateway drug. We all know it. We all know it's true.
You know, it's funny. I spent years and years with Xander trying to get him into gaming. We did lots of board gaming and all that, and he had fun with it. He was a card player, I think, when it came down to it, because every time we played a card game, he would just whoop me, and I couldn't figure out what it was.
Yeah.
And like now he's doing Magic, which he's really doing good in. But I think his game ended up being D&D, is role playing.
Yeah.
Which is weird because he was such a quiet kid and not outgoing. But I think that game found his confidence to be outgoing and outspoken. So
I mean, there's some serious advantages in gaming that can do that. It can contribute to your being introverted too. I mean, of course it can, but it can do a lot for you to get you out there. You know, I think clearly you and I aren't people that have had a problem getting out there socially, but for people that do struggle with that, you know, it's
well, I'm just surprised it was D&D for him. I'm like, you have to be very vocal and social with that, but maybe that's something that taught him that confidence, that being comfortable in your own skin and what you're saying.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
All right. Well, now I got the red put on. I finally picked that color.
Holy cow.
Now
you got to do details?
No, I got to wait for it to dry. No, now I got to figure out how I'm going to do my clan mechs. Or I can just do this quad mech and the Draconis Combine too. I think I'm just going to slap some of the Slaughter Red on him too and make him Draconis Combine as well.
I just looked up. I'm going to do a little business since we're already past the hour.
What kind of business?
Yeah, just give some people some banners here. They're just joining us late what they're watching.
Oh, okay. Do some business.
Some business. We're bringing in the new year, guys. Chime in if you're just joining us, what you're working on, what your favorite games, all that stuff. Give us a follow, like, subscribe, all that stuff.
Smash the button.
Smash the button. You can join us every Thursday for our live stream shorts. Tonight's a special thing where we're bringing in the new year. This is tradition for Indie Invasion, where we bring in the new year. So we're at, for you, it's a 11:15.
Yes, sir.
So about less than an hour. It'll be the new year for you.
That's right.
I am in Central Time, so I still have about, a little bit more time.
Well,
if it was Alder here, well, it would have happened already.
Well, Alder posted earlier today, Happy New Year in the Discord.
Yeah, that must have been midnight for him then.
Yeah. So
he's drinking some Yeah, some Shirley Temples and stuff now.
Hair of the dog that bit you.
Yeah.
He's letting us know how the future's going.
That's right.
So he's our future friend.
But yeah, I'm just going to throw up some banners for everybody where they can find us and join us and chime in. And the most important one, our Discord. Find all the links to these down below, guys. And hey, I know it's after Christmas, but if you got some Christmas money and need some merch.
Yeah, Redbubble for the win.
Get a fancy hat like I'm wearing tonight. But that's it. That's all I wanted to do. See if there's any new comments because I haven't looked in a while. Nope. We got them all. We're all caught up. Everybody's just chilling tonight, I guess. Getting excited. What are you excited about the new year on 2024? God, we're almost halfway through the decade here.
Oh, don't worry. It'll be all right.
It'll be all right. What are you excited about?
What am I excited about? Well, I'm excited about Fernando graduating from boot camp.
Yeah, that's a pretty big achievement.
Yeah, that'll be next month. But as far as gaming, I'm excited to be able to play a few games. Seth and I, once we get around to it, as long as I stop introducing games to him, so that we can play. We've got our Burrows and Badgers campaign ready to play.
Okay.
We just got to start. So I'm excited about that because I've been wanting to play that for a while. We have played before, but not a campaign. We just played we might have played 2 games. I don't remember. But yeah, so I'm excited about doing that. I don't have a whole lot else going on. I'm a little bummed that I will be missing some conventions, and a lot of that has to do with like next month I have a massive amount of traveling. Like I'll be traveling every week of the month.
Wow.
Next month from the upstate. I'll be going to the upstate in South Carolina twice, Chicago area, and then Columbia. So
yeah, lots of traveling for you.
Yeah, lots of traveling. So what'd Seth say? Saw the Firefly Game Store I talked about last night has an educational section that gives student discounts based on grades, as well as help teachers develop social skills and other student skills. That's cool, man. You could leverage that, dude. I don't know if it's worth the drive. I have to make the drive every 6 weeks, so that's why I go. But it's a pretty good game store. I mean, I like it. It's if I were to categorize it, it's more of the commercial style of game store as opposed to like your friendly local gaming store. Not that it's bad. I don't mean that at all. They're always super friendly. I cannot I can't make it down more than maybe 3 aisles before somebody asks me if I need any help. So they are super friendly, but it's a big business kind of thing. There's at any given time in the store that I've been there, the 4 or 5 times I've been there, they've got 7 employees working.
Wow.
At a game store. Yeah, exactly. Wow. That's the what game stores got 7 employees working?
Are they running like a lot of events? They need that many people, or
they're working. Like they've got a dude who's over there just for their card section. They've got a couple cashiers. They've got people walking around stocking stuff.
Man, that sounds huge then.
Yeah, it is. It's very, very big. They've got, I don't know if it was on Indie Invasion or when I was talking to the guys here when we were playing, but they've got it was the guys here. I remember now. I want to say 9 4x6 40K tables, and they're all far enough apart that you're not bumping into anybody when you're playing. And then they've probably got, it's got to be, I don't really know how many tables, but they could probably seat 120
oh my gosh,
trading card game players because of all the tables that they have set up. They have an arcade.
That's a lot of magic butt crack.
Yeah. That's a lot of BO right there.
Oh, my
I
God.
should have said that. They have an arcade where they have weekly pinball tournaments.
Oh my God, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's it's pretty impressive.
That sounds like a pretty cool place to just hang out.
Yeah, I mean it. I thought it was, and I had not stopped the first, I don't know, 2 or 3 times I went up there because, so I tell people it's my 5.5 hour drive to my house because I leave my house and 5.5 hours later I come back to my house. So usually I'm just like, I just want to go. I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop anywhere. I'm going to get gas and back on the road. But when I first stopped, I was like, all right, I'm just going to pop in here and see what this place is all about. I was like, oh, look, Battletech miniatures. Let me buy some. And so now it's like, ooh, look, Battletech miniatures. Let me go back in and buy some more.
Yeah, like I said, I really like what Catalyst did with that game. It's easily accessible now.
Yeah, and as far as bang for your buck, it's really worth it.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how it does this year with all the new stuff that came out this past year.
Well,
like
and they just did
They
just did the Kickstarter that I missed.
Yeah,
because I hadn't gotten back into it yet. So
I was thinking of even jumping in that just to jump in it, but I think at that time I was like, Kickstarter, type of thing.
Well, they ran the big Kickstarter, but then they also just ran the Mercenaries Kickstarter. So they're going to be releasing stuff for mercenary units plus combined arms detachments. So things like
tanks. A lot of products soon.
Yeah. And really, they're just catching up with what's always been in the game.
So I am just slapping some paint down on this crab alien guy. I don't know exactly a color scheme. He's a bug. I was just looking at the picture in the book, and they have all this like exoskeleton. Some of this is yellow. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can actually sit and think about that. So I'm just getting some color down on them right now.
Oh, yes, do it.
I'll go back later if I want and dry brush some orange or some lighter reds or something to make them look more like a bug.
Good idea.
And I think I saw that Matt Beauchamp posted some new stuff maybe coming this year for Retro Ray Gun.
Nice.
I think him and John got some stuff coming for us. So I'm excited to see that.
Nice.
This game just doesn't get enough love anymore. And I know some of that's because schedules. This game is a hobby for those guys. And, they got real jobs and real responsibilities. So sometimes hard for those indie guys to work on stuff. So I'm excited to see what they got coming. Let's see. Let's do this arm a little bit. I'm going to show you guys a little bit. Big ugly bug. I think you're on mute, Mac.
I'm talking to Little Mac.
Oh, okay.
All right, Matt and Seth, have a happy new year, fellas.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for joining in, Matt. It's been a while. Happy New Year. And Seth, Happy New Year. Yeah, that's right. Those guys are all Eastern time zone with you. So they got about a half hour. You guys got a half hour?
Yep, we are at 34 minutes.
Until you're done. Because New Year's.
Yep, 34 minutes be New Year's.
Happy New Year!
There was Mac throwing down a Happy New Year for you guys. So now I'm scraping off this sand off of these guys' bases because I didn't like the way it looked. I'm going to go back with a grass with this. I just didn't like the sand that I used, and I don't
think
have
the grass will cover that up.
I think it'll make it too thick.
Too thick? Okay.
Yeah, and because I use Elmer's glue on the plat,
yeah, definitely.
I can usually just slice the whole thing off pretty easy. Not a big deal to remove.
Betty, that's on TV. Relax.
Man, don't tell her to relax. She's being a good guard dog.
She heard the door close and she thought it was somebody creeping up on me.
That's right. She had your back, dude.
Man, she hears a doorbell on TV. She goes nuts every time. I'm like, our doorbell's probably rang maybe 3 times since we've moved here.
Well, that's what's making her panic, man. She doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, I guess she's just doing her job.
Just doing her job, man. Don't hate.
That's why I'm telling her, just chill, relax. You're good.
My little dog does her job too. She protects me from the deer every single night.
Deer.
Yeah, because they're gonna, climb up the stairs and come in the house, So she's gotta make sure they don't do that.
So is that what this one's doing? When she barks at all them bunnies in our yard?
Yeah, she's making sure. Man, listen, have you not seen Monty Python? You don't know what kind of bunny that is. You don't know. You just don't know.
I don't think it's that kind of bunny.
But you don't know, do you? Not for sure. Better safe than sorry.
Okay. Let's do... Oops. Man, some of my paints are getting a little thick. It's like maybe I'm not closing them all the way or something. I don't know.
Nando told me today when he called, he said on Christmas Day, when they went down for chow for dinner, they told him, they said, you can get any dessert you want tonight. And he has learned the way to some degree that the military works. And he was like, this is a trap. I know this is a trap. He said, but it wasn't a trap.
Sometimes it can be a good thing.
Yeah, but that's what when he was telling me, I was like, that sounds like a trap. I've been there. That sounds like a trap to me.
That's funny. But it's all going good.
Yep, he's doing well. He's adapted to it.
That's good.
It's like I told him when he was going. Everybody's nervous when they first go to boot camp. And I told him the thing is, I said you're gonna be scared the first couple days, but what you're not. It's not so much that you're scared of the people yelling at you. Is you're in a completely foreign place. You have no idea where you are. They bring you in the middle of the night on purpose so that you don't know where you are. You don't have your bearings. You're with a bunch of people you don't know. I said within 2 or 3 days, you're good to go, man, because you've gotten the routine. You're comfortable.
Well, you build those bonds right away too with your guys that you're in there with.
Yeah, some of them you hate because they're the ones that get you guys in trouble all the time.
Yeah, that's true too.
That was one of the things he said. He was like, the thing I can't get over is us getting in trouble for what one idiot does. I was like, yeah, that's how it works.
Oh boy.
But he's doing well. He's ready to head off to A school, but he won't do that till he graduates, but he's getting there. So
how long is that going to be then?
His A school is a year, so he'll be another year at school before he actually heads out to the sub.
Wow, that's a long time. Where is that at then?
He'll be in Connecticut for that.
Okay.
And
more cold.
Yeah, more cold. But so he'll go to Connecticut for sub school, and then he'll get assigned to a sub after that.
And then how long of a service is he signed up for? Is it a 3-year?
No. So in order to do sub duty, because of the financial commitment the military has to make, you got to do a 6-year tour.
6-year. Okay. Even that's still not as bad as I thought.
No, I mean, it's not bad. Most enlistments are 4 years.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's signed up for a 6. And that's because basically the first 2 years of his enlistment are training.
Wow. That's a long time of training.
Yeah. So you're effectively, it's like, okay, look, man, we're going to have to train you for 2 years to do this job. You're going to have to give us, we want our 4 years.
Yeah.
And that 4 years is going to have to come after the 2 years of training.
And who knows? He may like it as a career.
Yeah, he may. My uncle retired from subs. He spent 30 years in the Navy.
Oof.
And he said if he calculated it all out of the 30 years in the Navy that he spent, he probably spent 11 of them underwater because he was in subs. I was like, okay, well, there you go. So he's looking forward to it. He's looking forward to getting on the sub. Because everything he's doing right now that they practice, like their firefighting drills and all that kind of stuff, is more ship related.
Yeah.
A surface ship. So he actually, I'm sorry, he doesn't go to A school after boot camp. He actually goes to sub school. So sub school, and then he'll go to A school, which is his actual job on the sub.
Okay.
So first he'll go to sub school because you have to make it through boot camp, and they go, okay, you're worth this investment. You can at least be in the Navy. Then they send you to sub school, and they go, okay, do you have what it takes to be on a sub? And then once you get through sub school, they're like, okay, you can be on a sub. Now we got to make sure you can do the job that we've got you slotted for.
That makes sense. That totally makes sense. Okay, I kind of almost want to go get a speed paint.
Well, go ahead. We ain't going anywhere. We got 27 minutes left. We got at least 27 minutes.
I threw down some paint on this guy. On his little beaker there.
All right.
And
my wife will no doubt be calling me right at midnight as well. That's the other reason that I always stay up to do this, is because if I go to bed, my wife's calling me at midnight to wake me up anyway because she's at work.
Oh, yeah. I'll let that dry for a minute. Let's see. Let's do some classic blue. We got sky blue. We got gray blue, which is even lighter.
Ooh, gray blue. Are you talking about for the glass?
Yeah. I'm thinking this gray blue. Let's see. What's this one? A faded ultramarine. No, that's a little too purpley blue. I'm going to go with the gray blue, I think.
I think you should go with the gray blue.
Man, this is the most paint I put on minis, and I don't remember.
See, what did I say at the beginning of this? This is one of our most productive nights, too.
And just got to let go. Just do it.
Yeah. Just let it go, man. Just let it go. Let it go. Well, we're down to 3 watchers, so got the hardcore ones.
Oh, yeah.
Or the ones who don't have anything else to do on New Year's, so they're hanging out with us.
They're just listening to us jibber jab.
That's all right.
Let's see. Here it is. All right. I'm going to touch these up later. I'm really digging this brush I got here. This is the Monster Army Painter brush. I think it came with the speed paint set.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it is I like about it.
I don't think
It's got a good tip on it, but it's thick enough, I think, that it holds a lot of pigment and water.
I don't think I've had the Monster one, but I have had Army Painter brushes. I think that the Army Painter brushes were some of my first real good brushes.
Yeah.
And I like them.
Yeah, they're still my go-to brush, I think. Just at the right price, you know, that they're not too expensive.
Yeah, my son bought me some from Amazon that I got to try out. They're called Parlay. They're not really miniature brushes, but they are art brushes.
Okay.
So I'm going to try those out. Okay, so I got those green dudes done. I got this new red onto my Draconis Combine dudes, which makes me happy. Makes me smile a little bit. There we go. So here's the rubble piles my daughter made. There you go. See? She did rubble piles too.
I like those.
And then I got to flock these Draconis Combine that I just did. So I'm going to do that. Ugh.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I don't know if the light is going to really show that. Oh, let me do the one of the bottom ones. They're big.
Well, in the camera, it looks good. And as we all know, that doesn't always translate, but in the camera, it looks good.
Isn't the camera supposed to add 5 pounds?
Okay. Well, I'm not sure what it does to blue, though.
Oh, wait, that's something different.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that applies in the same way, but we can say that it does. We can certainly say that it does.
If you said, okay, fatso, that'd be a different thing.
I would never say that. That would be mean.
I say that about myself lately. I don't know what's going on. It's getting harder to tie my shoes.
Are you sure it's just because you can't see?
Well, that too. Falling apart, Mac. This is a really good color if you ever want to do glass.
That's what I was saying. I don't know how it looks there, but on the screen, it very, very, very much looks like the comic book.
Because it's not overly like bright.
Yeah, it
And
very
I can
much.
see highlighting this with like not really a white, but an almost white.
Maybe like on the edges.
Yeah. And it would totally look like broken glass.
Because if you did the edges, it would very much. You should look in one of your comic books and see how the white was applied to the blue and do that. Just like it is in the comic books. I still haven't played around with the comic book style painting. Have you?
A little bit. I think I did a couple of minis like that, and I didn't like it as much.
No.
I think it's just from doing for so many years as just basic realism that I'm not interested in it. I mean, it's cool and I've done it. I'm not a fan of it.
I think it looks cool, but I don't want my models to look that way.
Yeah. It's a lot of work too, really.
Now, if I was going to have a model look that way, it would be my Crisis Protocol guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm going to do comic book style, it makes sense to me that I'm going to do it with comic book characters.
Yeah. It's just that comic book style. You think about it, that's for a 2D environment, realistically.
Right.
So to apply it to a 3D type of application is tough. It looks great, but it's kind of tough. And it's one of those that, I don't want to do the rest of them like this.
No, that's too much work, man.
Too much work.
Here, all I'm doing here with these battle mechs is using speed paint and like black. So, I'm not down for lots of work.
Okay. So let's see how well this shows up. I'm gonna go big.
Yep, go big. Let's see.
So look at the bottom now.
Oh yeah, I think that looks great. I bet you if you did a little bit of highlighting on that with the white, it would look awesome.
Yeah, I was thinking I'm going to do like maybe a wash on it because there's cracks on there you can't see. So I want to make those cracks pop a little more.
Like a blue wash?
Yeah, like a blue wash, I think. And then, and then do a highlight. And I think that'll look pretty good. And then what I can do too, if I do like all these little doodads that are green or something, I can do a little green reflection in there.
Okay. Now you're getting all fancy.
Yeah, I'm getting all fancy with you.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stick, since he fell off his base, this is how he goes in here. Let me see if I can hold him in here.
Okay.
And show off the base at the same time. There
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's nice.
So he's climbing out.
I don't know what I think about the base if I'm going to play with that guy, though.
Yeah, this is almost like a true little miniature statue,
Yeah. 100%.
So I'll probably end up putting them back on that base. I don't know. We'll see. I don't plan to play with them. I have enough other. I think I got him for Crisis a couple times. I got one from Etsy. I got the official one. I think I might have another one that's a different version of him, like a different position or something.
Right.
He's had so many incarnations of himself. So.
Oh, heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. All right. So now, since I still have,
I'm opening his book.
I still have 17 minutes left. So now I got to figure out what in the world I'm going to do with the last of these clan mechs.
In 17 minutes.
In 17 minutes.
Oh, man, this is. I love the smell of a new book.
Me too. Oh, maybe I'll go with the Kellen green. I like this contrast. This is a staple color for me. I like this color. Oh, did I seriously miss that, dude? I did. Dagnabbit.
I found one you missed.
Yep, I found an inner sphere mech that I missed who's supposed to be joining the Draconis Combine here. Dagnabbit! But you're really going to mess me up because then it's going to put me with 7 more Draconis Combine mechs, and a Lance is made of 4 mechs, so I'm going to need 1 more.
This is one of the things that got me out of this game. Look at that awesome looking table.
Oh, yeah. That's your Don't Look Back book?
Yeah.
Should have broke that out while Matt was still here.
I know. I'm like, dang it. Why didn't I pull this out earlier? I was working on his minis. Trying to see if I can find a picture of these bad guys in here. Let's see. We got no disjointed, mundane, mutilated. Did not really see what I was looking for.
Got really quiet upstairs. I'm thinking maybe my children just fell asleep.
Oh, just crashed.
Yeah. It's hard being little, man.
Telling you, you go 110 all day.
Yeah, and little Matt goes 220. So nope. There was sound. He's not asleep.
Here's a kit that I haven't. Did I get this one finally? I don't know if I got this yet.
So you don't even know because
I don't know. That's how many kits I got. That's pretty bad, Mac.
Oh, the lighthouse?
Yeah, I like the lighthouse. I think I passed it up a couple times. That's why I can't remember if I finally pulled the trigger.
If Mythos had taken off for War Cradle, that would have been a great terrain piece.
Yeah. Yeah,
but it seemed like
they just did the one and done with that.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like there was, I don't know.
And then they tried incorporating it into the same world. It's like, why does everything have to be in this same world?
Yeah, I don't keep up with War Cradle, but I don't know what's going on.
And everything's it's all boats, and boats. That's their bread and butter right now. So, I mean, they they did do the Christmas miniature release thing again.
Yeah,
but I looked; it's all the same miniatures that they've done for the last how many years. So,
oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm kind of like, well, I got these all already, guys.
Well.
But that's fine. If that's what works for them, and that's what the fans like, sure, go with it.
I feel like they started strong and then like fizzled out.
Here's what I was looking for. Well, I guess it's hard to stretch yourself thin in different ways and different games. Yeah, I was looking for these. They have these little
the blurbs.
Yeah, about all the ready-made killers. So here's the Woodsman. I built him art tonight. The Living Curse. I did not do her. She's terrifying looking. Beast of the Northwood. Okay, I got him. See, I would have painted him brown and been wrong. They got him kind of like a white Yeti color,
like a Wendigo.
Wendigo, yeah, which would be great because it'd stand out from my werewolves. Okay, and this guy I painted Grayson. Or it's who I'm working on. I had to look because I couldn't tell. Is he wearing shorts? And yep, he is.
Are those shorts or are they ripped pants?
They might be ripped pants because he's got a sock on too still. So what is he? He's a camp counselor that basically went mad.
Oh, excellent.
So that's cool. Okay. Lakeshore Killer. I built him. Right? Is that the same guy? Looks like him. Same hat. He's got an alligator on his back here.
Well, doesn't everybody? Oh, so that's Florida Man, is what you're saying.
We got Gus. I didn't build Gus. The Whistler, I got him, but I didn't build him.
Oh, Gus.
Okay, I got him. Judge of Hangman's Rock. Look at all these villains. Harbor Master, I got him. The Seer. She was one of my favorite painted ones I did.
The Seer?
Yeah. Okay. I need to get my little ribbon here and put it in here so I can refer back to this. Because I'm going to work on the Woodsman right now. So I need some red and blues. I'm going to save browns for last. There we go. I like this ribbon. Nice book too.
So what are you saying? That Black Site Studio produced something nice? What
You know what? I just realized I don't. Well, yeah, I just realized something,
What's
and
that?
I don't think they've actually said anything about this, or I may have missed it. This line going around the cover,
Yeah,
has got a texture to it.
really?
I think it glows in the dark.
Oh,
Okay, that light didn't do nothing. I don't know if I can reach the big light. And if it does, that is a little feature that I'm like, oh my God. Okay, there's that one.
maybe you win a prize if you find out that it glows in the dark. Free Black Site Studio terrain for life.
Oh, I got one more light. I don't know. Is it glowing?
I don't think so.
This too. The title's got the same feel to it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, the title looks like.
Has it been under any light though?
No, it hasn't. So it looks like it's glowing a little bit. I think it does. Look at that. Wow.
Maybe.
That is a detail that I'm like, holy cow. I really wish Matt was still here.
Right?
So I can grill him. That is a cool idea.
I don't think you would have to grill him.
Wow. What a little neat function feature that they added. All right, go back to my burnt red here, I guess.
Burnt red.
Yeah, paint the woodsman's coat. Less than 10 minutes.
Less than 10 minutes in 2024. Less than 10 minutes, and you can start writing the date wrong everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The other day at work, I had to write a date for this week coming up, that a notice left where they could come pick up the thing type of thing.
Oh, yeah.
For a certified letter. And I had to think about, okay, I got to write one whatever date, 2024. But just writing the 1 instead of 12 was really throwing me. So it wasn't so much the year, but it's just writing 1 again.
I think I found my clan color. I think I know what clan this will be too, that it'll work for. I'll do some.
Are those mechs pretty much the same thing? You're just changing the colors scheme?
No.
Okay.
No, they're. I do have some of the same mechs but none on the table. All the ones that I have that are duplicates are already painted, and that's because you can have different factions. Factories produce the mechs.
Okay.
So you can have 2 of the same mechs fighting against one another because they can be
it's like a model, basically. This is such and such.
Yeah, exactly. This is the model of it. I like that Kellen green. That does not look like the color that it actually is at all. Oh, look. Oh, Matt is back on. He said it does glow in the dark. We kept it as a secret.
He's going to watch it. We kept it a secret. What do I win, Matt? What do I win?
He figured it out.
I did not think you guys mentioned that. And I was sitting there feeling it. I was like, wait a second. This feels like the old comics from the 80s.
Well, that's how they knew you would get it.
And here I was just looking through the book, praising about it.
Yeah, talking nice about it and everything.
Man. That, Matt, I don't know if you heard me say it, but I'm like, that is such a cool little feature.
Especially because it's the cheesy 80s glow stuff.
Oh my God. Don't make me go get my Ghost Rider glow in the dark cover.
So it fits the game because it's that cheesy. Remember the T-shirts?
Oh my God, yes. That you can get at the little print shops.
Oh yeah.
Put them in the heat press, the super thick plastic ones.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, look at there, man. You're like Christopher Columbus or Magellan discovering stuff. If you get some good light, it really glows, he said.
Oh man, well, I got my spotlight in front of me and it's sitting right under it right now. Here, I'll show you guys the spotlight. I got that sucker right in front of it right now. So I'm sure it will glow because it's just sitting right there. I'm sure it will glow when we get off here. That's such a cool little feature.
That really is. That's neat. You are very, very sneaky.
I'll probably be talking about that for like 6 months now. Did you guys see this? You got to get this book just because of this.
You'll be showing people your book, and you'll be like, "Hey, you want to see my book?" And you turn the lights off. They're gonna be like,
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wait a second now.
Not playing that kind of game. Yeah, and I'm actually glad I looked in the book too to figure out that the Beast of Northwoods was not brown.
Yeah, because
I was worried about that. I'm like, he's gonna look like a werewolf. I don't think I ever thought of that. Doing them white,
well,
like a Yeti or a Wendigo.
There you go.
I got that. I think it's from Zombicide, that zombie Bigfoot that I painted last year.
Oh yeah. I remember.
I wrote down some rules that I want to try with it, and a little scenario where the survivors have to, like, when he is on the board, they have to do like a certain roll check to see if they can take a picture of him to prove his existence.
Right.
But meanwhile, he's like throwing trees and rocks at them and slamming them around. You know, typical Bigfoot stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I could come up with a beef jerky card that people can get.
A beef jerky card?
Yeah. What is it? The brand that they say messing with Sasquatch?
Oh, I don't know. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what the brand is. All right, I'm trying to get this guy covered before New Year's. I got 2 minutes. I'm not using a speed paint this time. I'm using a contrast paint.
Oh, wow. You went to contrast. I don't have a lot of the contrast ones.
Well, to be fair, I kind of ran out of speed paint colors for variety.
Oh.
I was like, let's see what I got here. And because this is actually my favorite contrast paint. It's a Kellen green.
Okay.
It's
like an aqua color, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of. When I held it up to the camera, the light does not do any kind of justice at all to the actual color. I'll have to post some pictures after I get a couple of them painted up. Boom. Got him before the new year. Boom, baby. Got 3 of them anyway.
Yeah.
Got three of those 7 dirty clanners.
Well, I'm looking at my pile here. I don't feel like I got as much done as I wanted, but
well, you know,
it's something. I kind of can't believe that's all I got done, but whatever.
Whoops. Boom.
1 minute.
1 minute. That's why I put the camera up. I don't really know why. It'd probably be better to just look at my models than my face. So,
well, yeah. Look at my, because I moved. So,
oh yeah. Oh man, that's terrible. That just looks terrible. What's wrong with you? But I will say this: you really are rocking the Beetlejuice dude look now, without all your stuff behind you. So, oh, there it is! Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Well, at least here on the East Coast. So I've finally joined Alder in the future. So when you go back and watch this, Alder, I made it, buddy. I made it to the future. Well, anyway, that's 2 hours. I think we're wrapping, right?
Yeah, I think that's all we're going to do.
Yeah.
I still have an hour before the new year, so I'm a little behind you, but I can go sit with my wife for a while. I haven't heard her coughing lately, so.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. All right, my peoples, we're just going to close it with a Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Be on the lookout. We usually do, probably in the next couple of weeks, we'll be doing a hobby goals thing. We like to do those at the beginning of the year. So be thinking about your hobby goals, what you want to do, and
maybe a little bit of a review of 2023.
Yeah, a little bit of some stuff that we've done. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys next Thursday. And until then, prepare yourself for the invasion.